Hello everyone, greetings from SAG. So this is where I'll be demonstrating with respect to the plotting a graph in Fedora. So there are two options. You can go with the X graph or gnuplot. Today I'll be demonstrating plotting the graph using gnuplot in Linux operating system, especially in Fedora. So for that, go to terminal and give the command as gnuplot. If it exists, you will get a success like this. If gnuplot is not available in your machine, then how to fetch it? There is a simple way to fetch it. So there is no you don't need to download and install. So make sure. So here how to install gnuplot in your Fedora. That is the query. So for that, steps are: first, make sure your system is connected with the internet. So make sure about the internet connectivity. Then once if your system is connected to the internet, then go to terminal and make use of the command yum install gnuplot. Install gnuplot. See the same thing if you want to install gnuplot or access gnuplot in the X graph, then the command will vary as sudo get apt install gnuplot. But apt get or get apt will not work. Apt get will not work in the Fedora. That is the reason you can simply make use of yum if it is in the if it is Ubuntu other than Fedora, then you can make use of sudo apt-get in Ubuntu. In Fedora, it is just enough if you make use of install gnuplot. So now let me come back to the Fedora. So install gnuplot. So once you provide this, if yum is not already overloaded by or used by other threads, then you can easily install gnuplot by using yum. While installation, it will be asking you whether to accept because it has to come up with a set of packages. So it will also ask you whether those packages need to be installed to your system or not. So it is once after you get them or once after you read and understand them, it is your decision whether to go with the yes or no. So if you want to have those packages with you, then go for yes. If you don't want to have those packages with you, then go for no. So after the gnuplot is completely installed successfully, then how exactly your terminal looks in the sense. So if you go to a terminal and if you type gnuplot, so if gnuplot is available in your Fedora, then you will get like this. So what is the version of that, what is the copyright of that, so how to use everything you will get here. So now once after you have a gnuplot in your Fedora, then how to plot the graph. So for that we will make use of a command. It is plot plot. Plot is the command to plot the graph or draw the graph, but based on what? So for the data which is to be provided as based on what, you can provide any. See, this is generalized graph which is sin of x. So where you will get the sinusoidal wave. So at the same time you can also have the graph based on the cos x as well, or any examples you can take up. So this is the cos sine. Even if you can have based on the specific values of sine of 2, so you will get the uniform line. Instead of this, Trigonometric functions are the library defined functions you can also have for your own data values, so which you may call it as a data set. So in my data set, so here is one example. This is the file which contains some data. Those data values are here. Those data values with respect to the time variations, and this is the data values. The first column represents the time, second values represent the values. So now if we at all if we want to plot the graph with respect to time versus data, then I can make use of instead of sin x cos x, likewise I can make use of the file name of that file. So here is my file, which is win.tr is my file name. So I can give as win.tr as my file name. So if I plot the graph based on the values present in the file, it is not the function. So if at all if I want to plot based on the file, then I'll have to mention that file name within the double quotes for sure. So here you can see, so this is the graph which is generated based on the file which is win.tr. So here if you observe, so till the 40th second, so nearby 40th second, the value was just a constant value, which is 1. So once the time has reached to the 40th second, once the time has reached to the 40th second, yeah, this is where nearby 39 point change till 40th second. Now the value has drastically changed, increased from 1 to 2, 2.5, 2.9, 3, 4, 5 till 10 and 11, 16, 12, etc. and 13, 14, 15, it goes on. But once the time reaches to the nearby 80 here, again the value will fall down to the 1, that you can visualize here. Once it reaches nearly 80, the value again fall down to the 1 here. Again after 120, again it will increase like this. So the graph can be drawn or plot by using the gnuplot here. So either you can plot the graphs for any functions or based on the data values. Here is one more extension as such. So for this, if at all you can also label label the graph here instead of win.tr, because this is the source file which is win.tr. But if you want to have some other name, then that can also be possible, as you can go with like this. So gnu plot followed by win.tr, and I can say it as a title, and within single column, let me say that column. So I can have like this. So if I have like this, see, the title of the graph can be changed. This is whenever you want to have the different case studies belongs to the same file which has the different data set, then it is best to use the different titles as test case 1, 2, 3, like, because the win.tr is the same file name from where we'll be fetching the different graphs. So in such case studies, it is better to have different title names, as as you say test case 1, 2, 3 goes on. So here this is the one more case. Even if you want to have if you want to have as this graph can be a complete line, or it can also be a dotted line. So that is the one more case. If you want, you can take up as win.tr followed by w. Again, if you provide title, column, followed by, if you provide as lines 1, such as if you are drawing as, so here for your understanding, let me remove this, just only let me show with respect to the lines. So here if you can see it is drawn as a complete line. So here, as I have not specified any title here, so the name of the graph will be remains as a source file name, and now it is drawn as a complete line, because here I had given as lines 1. If you want to have it as a dots wherever the values are available in the graph, but if you don't want to have a complete line, which is you don't want to have a continuous line, if you want to have a discontinuous data set, In such cases, instead of lines, you can as a line spots. So this is the just the basics about the gnuplot. I hope you understand this. Thank you.